The Michigan Football Report is presented by BetQL as my new go-to app. It gives you insights and analysis and basically tells you what games to bet. College football, NFL, NBA, Major League Baseball, whatever you want. I'm using for college and NFL. Use the link at the bottom of the screen there, chatsports.com/MichiganQL. Drops you onto their page when you sign up and get a subscription. It's $15 a month. You get an initial 25% off with the promo code ChatMichigan. Also, before we start the show, we're into news. We got rumors. We got recruiting. We got the Maize Pom-Pom rumors. Make sure to subscribe. We're at 14,000, almost 14,300 subscribers. Would love to get to 15,000 by, next week. That'd be pretty sweet. So if you could help us out, if you've subscribed to the show and you like it, send it to a friend. If you haven't before, wait till the end of the video maybe. If you say, that's a pretty good video, I'll subscribe. Help us out and continue to grow the channel. All right, on today's show, we are talking recruiting. We're talking about injuries, and we're talking about the Maize out tomorrow night. First story up is there's a lot of buzz out there that Michigan is very confident that they're going to get a 5-star commitment this weekend. I don't know. I'm giving this one 2 Harbaugh heads on this one, which means it's strictly in the rumor category. We call it people are talking, right? I'm not going to debunk it. I'm not going to put my name on it. Whatever. We'll see what happens there. Josh Conerly is the player that's getting discussed most. If you're not familiar with him, we haven't talked about him a ton lately, but we did back during the summer. Conerly is the number 20 player in the country out of Seattle, Washington. He is number 3 offensive tackle, and he's a 5-star, right? All normal things, fine, all big deal. But what's interesting about him, second trip to Michigan in the last 8 weeks, plus Jim Harbaugh and staff went to a satellite camp in Seattle over the summer for a day, strictly to have the opportunity to coach him, to get to know him. And Michigan, Washington, USC are reportedly his top 3. Maybe Michigan, Washington is top 2. He's a little iffy after that loss to Montana last week. If Michigan can put on a great show, blow out or just dominate Washington, he's there with some more 5-stars that we'll talk about in a second. Get a little of that social pressure. Maybe he commits this weekend, right? Or maybe he gives some sort of silent commit and comes through with an official commitment in a few weeks. He's got a bunch of different official visits coming up this fall, and so we'll see what happens there. But if everything goes right for Michigan this weekend, maybe there's a chance there. So keep an eye out for that one. 6 more 5-stars on campus, which we'll talk about here in a second. But before we do, one more time, I want to tell you about BetQL. Not one more time, we just kind of mentioned them at the top of the show. They are a presenting sponsor of the Michigan Football Report. If you want to make money and have more fun watching games, BetQL is going to be riding shotgun with you, right? Chatsports.com/MichiganQL. Use that promo code when you get a subscription. It starts at $15 a month, so 25% off that. You can go college NFL for $20 a month, 25% off. You're down to $15. What it does is it tells you what games to bet, the probability of your bets winning, right? Much better than going at it on your own like a schmuck. $15 a month for college NFL. You make one bet, you've already made it back. If you don't like it, DM me on Twitter. I'll send you $15 if you're that cheap. If you're not winning with BetQL, I went 5-1 last week just taking their 5-star picks. Some awesome 5-star picks. I just want to pull them up really quick. I'm going to give you guys, wet the beak a little bit. You don't want to get subscription yet? That's fine. Buffalo plus 14, 5-star pick against Nebraska. South Carolina, 2-point favorites against East Carolina, 5-star pick. There's a couple other of these 5-star picks. Hawaii is a 4-star pick, plus 11 Oregon State. Chatsports.com/MichiganQL. You will not regret it. My new go-to app. Spend 2 hours a day on it, but I'm raking in the cash right now. Walter Nolen's back on campus this week. Michigan's not in his top 3, right? That's Texas A&M, Georgia, right? And who's the other one? Tennessee, that's right, of course. He moved to Knoxville to play for a coach that he knows that took over a program there. And maybe many people thought Michigan was out of it, but his dad keeps to want to talk into a different recruiting reporter saying, oh no, Walter, just because you're not his top 3 now doesn't mean you can't be there. I don't think he's likely Michigan, but he's bringing his whole family. He's bringing 2 of his brothers with him. See what happens. Michigan's got 7 5-stars on campus. Maybe a little bit of social pressure from all the guys will help Nolen maybe see the light of the day ending up in Ann Arbor. Domani Jackson, injured for the season. Apparently, after a big opening game, they came to Texas and beat Duncanville High School. He had a hell of a game. He got injured in the second game. He's still making the trip, though, this weekend to Ann Arbor to be part of this Michigan Maize Out night game against Washington. His buddy is Will Johnson, also the 2 of the top 3 cornerbacks in this 2022 class. We'll see what happens there. Michigan is not out of it with Domani Jackson. He's been committed to USC for a number of 6 months or so now. But we'll see what happens, right? He's coming to campus. He's hurt. He's probably just going to be sitting around for the next few months. He's not playing football. Michigan can apply the pressure. Will Johnson can apply the pressure. And maybe if things go right, Michigan has a great showing. The fans show up. If you see Domani Jackson in the game, just chant his name. Tell him how much Michigan needs him. Maybe it can influence what they do. Now, with 7 5-stars on campus, 4 from this class, 4 from the 2023 class, I'll talk about in a second. I want to ask you this question. In this 2022 class, will Michigan land another 5-star? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Go down in the comments and let me know. I want to see what you guys think. It's tough to say, right? But I'm going to give it a yes. I think Michigan probably will. Maybe not Walter Nolen. Josh Conerly maybe seems like the most likely out of these guys to me. And I'll basically say this. Yeah, beat Washington, you can land a 5-star. Right? I don't think Michigan's going to beat Ohio State this year. Maybe. We'll see. But that's the next big recruiting weekend that Harbaugh and staff are hanging their hats on. It's not a great recruiting weekend if you're going to give up 50 points to Ohio State and 25, 30, 40% of the stadium is red Ohio State color. So this is the one. It's going to be 95% Michigan fans. It is going to be a maze out, packed, under, people are just going to be at fever pitch. Haven't been in the stadium outside of last week in almost 2 years. Beat them good. Have a great atmosphere. I think Conerly, maybe Domani Jackson, could end up in this class is what I'm hanging my hat on. We'll see what Michigan does tomorrow night in the Big South. Now, 2023 class is it's heating up, right? These kids are juniors in high school. They're in their junior year, going to their 4th game tonight. There are 3 5-stars in this junior class on campus. I'll just read them off to you. Dante Moore, out of the state of Michigan, number 15 player, number 3 quarterback in that class. He's a 5-star. Michigan, Ohio State are both going heavy at him. Wide receiver Jaylen Brown, number 24 player overall in the class out of Miami, Florida. He's on campus and obviously an unofficial visit. And then Jaden Osbury out of Louisiana, out of Baton Rouge, where LSU's from, linebacker, number 32 player in the country. I think he's the last rated 5-star in that 2022 class. So 7 5-stars on campus. Can Michigan make it happen? Can that recruiting trajectory just ramp up a little bit with a big win and potentially a commit for my 5-star in the 22 class? Maybe in the 2023 class. You can get some cash, though, with our offer today. I'm going to make it again in this video. I just wanted someone to do it. I have $25 sitting in my Venmo account to give to you. I wish someone would just do it. So go down in the comments. I'm going to pin this one to the bottom right below the video. Just reply to it or just go down. Predict the score. Tomorrow night, just tell me the final score. Tell me who's going to win. Get it in before kickoff. You qualify. First one, so it's a timestamp thing. So don't wait. Put the score in now, and don't edit it. If you edit it, you're automatically disqualified because some of you shysters go in there afterwards, edit your comment. I predicted it right. Come on, we're not that dumb. Go down. I will give you $25 Venmo, the first person. Nobody got it right last week. Nobody got it right, so make sure somebody can. If we get 25, I'll bump it to 50. We get another one, I'll bump it to 100. We'll see what you guys are doing. Next up, is Daylen Baldwin hurt? Michigan's transfer wide receiver, touchdown pass from J.J. McCarthy. Giving this one 4 Harbaugh heads, folks. You know what that means? It means FACK. Is he not playing this week? Nah, not so fast. Not so fast on Daylen Baldwin. He's not hurt anymore. He was hurt. A lot of chatter coming out that he played hurt last week. I've confirmed this story. The reason he wasn't in the lineup, or at least in the starting lineup and playing a ton early on, was they were holding back a little bit for this game. Played 80%, slightly injured against Western Michigan. Now we're told is that he is 90, 95%. And I expect him to start tomorrow opposite where Ronnie Bell was. So the starting lineup from the wide receiver position should be Mike Sainer still most likely. Roman Wilson potentially could fit in there. Cornelius Johnson, and I think Daylen Baldwin will be the opposite, the other outside guy. So those are probably your 4 guys. I think Sainer still and Roman Wilson. Wilson can play slot. Wilson can play outside. We'll see. He'll be on the field here and there. But I expect Daylen Baldwin to be in the starting lineup to take over for where Ronnie Bell has kind of left off. Ronnie Bell's obviously, a big loss for this team. But Daylen Baldwin has shown he can produce at a high level. Not necessarily the highest level, but he can produce very much so like he did last year at, Jackson State where Deion Sanders is coaching. So I expect him to be in the starting lineup tomorrow. Not as hurt as he was last week, although 4 Harbaugh heads, he did play hurt his last week, so don't call me out for that one. I have confirmed that he was hurt, no longer is. BetQL, one more time, second offer. Now, if you don't have a sports book yet, if you're in the state of Michigan and you want to use BetMGM, BetQL and BetMGM have put together a package for you. Second URL, second website right there, chatsports.com/MichiganMGM. only in the state of Michigan for people who watch this show. You get going, $10, you create an account with BetMGM, you put in $10 deposit. Once you make your first $10 bet, $10, you get a 1-year subscription of BetQL for free. It's a $180 value for one sport. As long as you get going with BetMGM, make a $10 bet. That's a phenomenal deal. So I want to make sure you guys knew about that one too, a separate offer if you want to just try out BetQL, not willing to commit to $15 a month. Get going with BetMGM, $10 a month, chat sport, or $10 deposit, $10 bet. You got it. Chatsports.com/MichiganMGM. It'll be down in the comments. It'll be down in the description as well. If you want a Michigan win tomorrow, it's simple as this. Just type Go Blue in the comments, and Michigan will bring home the victory. I don't know where these Washington. I don't know a single person who's a Washington football fan of the Huskies, but apparently they're big on YouTube because they're just bombarding the comments the last couple of days with Go Dogs or whatever. Dub. Yeah, it's just a bunch of crap. Deleted a bunch of them. So show out. If we get 50 people to type Go Blue, it's a guaranteed Michigan win. Backed FACK. Go down the comment and do it. Last rumor on the show today, folks. Maize out. Maybe some new jerseys. We talked about that a couple days ago. But Maize Pom-Poms, are they back? 3 Harbaugh heads on this one, which means it's pretty likely. Had multiple students hit me up and be like, have you seen this? There's boxes around campus. Throw up the picture, producer. Boxes around campus of this thing. You see that Maize Pom-Poms, pretty likely. You see this photo right here. I'm telling you what, these wouldn't be around campus right now if not for the fact that it's going down tomorrow. Now, I don't have a great source on it. It's people on Twitter. So Pom-Poms are very likely, and I'm saying this, folks, a Maize Pom-Poms rule. I love them. You think back to the Notre Dame games, night games earlier in this decade, the Ohio State game in 2011 gave away pom-poms. Think about the 1997 Michigan-Ohio State waving those Maize pom-poms. It's a great atmosphere. It makes it even better under the lights and under the lovely Ann Arbor sky at night. Michigan, Washington tomorrow. I think the pom-poms are making a return. Seems like pretty obvious from what I've seen, some photos. So if you're there, make sure you get one, get 2, and just shake them the whole damn game. Let's make sure this program gets back on track, gets a victory against Washington tomorrow night. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm actually heading to Vegas tomorrow morning. Going to put out a video as soon as we land in Las Vegas. So keep an eye out for a pregame mailbag for me coming up on Saturday. Until then, Go Blue.